So have you been on the fence about investing in Sedona with short-term rentals? The following are average cash flow numbers for my investors. I'm Chad McMahon, by the way, and I've lived in Sedona for over 30 years. I've been a Sedona realtor for almost 20 years, and I specialize in luxury real estate as well as short-term rental cash flow investing. So the following numbers, again, they're average for my clients, not for buyers outside of my sphere, as local average returns outside of my sphere are lower by about 5%, okay? So my investor clients that purchased approximately 1 year ago earned a cash flow over the last year of 12% for just as-is properties, not making a single change. 18% cash flow with some minor to some economical improvements, add a hot tub, maybe minor flooring, things like that. Cash on cash returns, again, as is, 18% cash flow. That's the average just over the last year. 25% cash on cash with some minor economical changes. And of course, also there are some clients that spent more on improvements, and their cash flow and their cash on cash is actually even higher, even better. Appreciation over the last year was approximately 30% on these short-term rental purchases. Now, my investor clients that purchased approximately 2 years ago, to date, meaning from 2 years ago all the way to now, we're looking at as is without making any changes, or maybe less than $5,000 in changes. We're looking at about a 27% cash flow over the last 2 years, 40% cash flow with minor improvements. And then the cash on cash as is about 40% and 60% with minor improvements. And again, those that make even more improvements, it's even higher. We're seeing about 70, 80, and in some cases 90% cash on cash returns with making further improvements. Appreciation over the last 2 years has been on average about 57%, some as high as 70% depending upon the property and what's been done. Now my investor clients, this is the last one, clients that purchased about 3 years ago to date, including those last 3 years. Here are the numbers. As is, cash flow, 50%, 60% with minor improvements. Cash on cash as is, 60%, about 90% with minor improvements. And some of those that have been doing even more to the properties, they've been looking at about a cash on cash over the last 3 years of closer to about 110, even as high as 120%. Appreciation has been about 87% on average. And most of my clients that purchased 3 years ago, within the next 6 months, they're going to have more than doubled their home value, as well as yielded more than 100% of their initial, that cash on cash investment. And again, that's just over the next 6 months or so. We're looking at some pretty serious appreciation right now. We're seeing overbidding on purchases. It's really pushing up those property values. And this year, forecasts are really favorable for buyers on the short-term rental front. So we're looking at an appreciation of at least 30%, even when you take into account everything. And everything is going to include higher interest rates. We're going to see at least 3 rounds of interest rates going up. Even including that, we're looking at very aggressive appreciation this year, 2022. And that's 2 very basic reasons why. One is we're looking at the lowest real estate inventory we've seen in over 10 years. And we're looking at record high buyer activity. We've never, ever in Sedona seen buyer activity this aggressive. So because the buyer pool is so aggressive and so financially sound that they can follow through on purchases, and because the inventory is so low, we're just seeing those rates skyrocket. So that's icing on the cake. And we're also seeing forecasts look really good as far as occupancy. So demand for rentals is looking very strong this year. In the Sedona area, tourism is the main business, and we're seeing more visitors forecasted to come into the area. They need a place to stay. They don't want to stay in hotels anymore. Now they trust the short-term rentals, thanks to Airbnb, VRBO, all these other resources as well. So now short-term rentals in a house or in a townhome or in a condo, but in the Sedona area, in a house, now that's trusted and it's really relied upon, and it's expected as well. So the demand is just increasing. It's going up. It's not saturated. So for anything further, please just schedule a call with me, reach out to me directly, let me know what I can do for you. Whether you're a buyer or whether you're a seller, I can help you out. Look forward to connecting with you. Take care.